We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on Femi Oladejo, UCLA linebacker slash edge. You know, he's a new player to the edge position. He transitioned there throughout this past season. Spent most of his career playing off ball, so he has that great versatility to his game now. And you know, there's a lot of upside because he's still learning this position. And he's a super high effort guy. He's listed at about 6'3", 260, so has good size, has some good length. He tested only in the explosive grades. At the combine, but he had a good vert and broad jump, so he tested well with his explosiveness. And he's just like a very quality run defender right away, which is interesting. You know, sometimes guys that go from off ball to edge aren't always great, you know, versus the run in those scenarios, but he's really good, can set the edge, physical at the point of attack. He has versatility, alignment, that straight line explosiveness, and he's also like a guy that can drop into coverage and do some coverage things better than most edges will be able to do that. So that's another versatile point of his game. He can line up in that and mug the A gap, do all those types of things. Very high effort motor guy, which is, you know, a very fun part of his game. And I think as a pass rusher, he's still kind of developing. He plays that high motor, but he definitely shows the flashes. Like, you'll see flashes of him either winning with that explosiveness, speed to power, winning around the edge. You know, I've seen him use a cross chop mixed in there. So that's something I think he can get even better at, while also just being like a very dynamic, good run defender pretty much right away. But here's like one of his better pass rushing reps, you know, off the left edge. I think, you know, he's going to be like a 3-4 outside linebacker that can do some interesting, you know, ways with versatility, with how you want to align him, especially on like obvious passing situations. But like off the edge here, you know, attack sort of the middle half of him and then hit that cross chop right there. Really good like timing and placement of the cross chop. Get it to the back of his outside hand, his outside arm elbow. And then that allows him to win to the outside. Boom. Now he's able to rip underneath, get a nice hit on the QB. I wouldn't say he's the most like flexible player, but he can still win around the corner. Really, really solid job here, showing some upfield burst and then tying the hand usage in together. I think he just needs to rush, add more to his repertoire and then have more of a plan on a consistent basis, because flashing this stuff, even being new to the position, gives me a lot of hope that he can get even better. Because even like, I still feel like right away he can still be an impact player as a run defender guy. Like, love this play. One left off the edge, they're motioning a tight end in. Look at him just take on the tight end with power. Like, he has great core strength, great balance, able to, you know, then once he takes on that guy by, you know, dropping his shoulder into him, look at him use his length, his hands to then separate and then also have the speed to chase it down. This guy's a tackler too. Like, he makes those tackles in the backfield. Sometimes, you know, there will be guys that don't always finish. He's definitely a finisher when he gets a chance to, you know, make a play near the line of scrimmage like this, especially versus the run. But absolutely bullies that guy. Love that. Able to shed, throw him away. Really understands like how to do those things in that situation. Also a guy who makes plays when like sort of left unblocked, like here, just chasing down from the line of scrimmage. Good instinctive plays, like he'll knife inside gaps, he'll set the edge with power at the point of attack with good technique. He's just got such a good feel as a run defender in these situations, and more of a feel than I think he had playing as versus the run as an off-ball guy. So that's like a huge bonus for him. But yeah, he just gets down the line so fast, able to squeeze, constrict the run lane, and make that tackle instantly in the backfield. And that's kind of like all over the film. Like here, once he sees like 71 leave the space open to the inside, he's going to take it. He knows the DB blitzing off the edge. He's going to be that force defender. He's going to take that opportunity to split underneath, fill in that gap. You know, good job working through some contact there. He has good core strength, like I was saying. And he just makes this tackle in the backfield, just constantly a disruptor versus the run, which is really, really nice to see. And then it's just like, there's the flashes of this Minnesota game. Like, he really showed that cross chop. Like, look at him hit the hop to the cross chop. Really good placement with it. Again, exactly where he wanted it. Perfect timing. The guy shoots his hands and hits it instantly. And now he's able to throw that inside elbow back. Once he throws, like, this is what you want to do too, because when you throw that inside elbow back, it forces your hips to open. And you need to, like, when you don't have maybe the best like bend and ankle flexion in the lower half, you have those hips to open and allows you to corner and get to the QB. Balls out, but like, those are some really high level pass rush reps. That just needs to become more of a consistency for him, because he is very consistent versus the run. and then he can also do some things in coverage for you that most edges won't do. And then he's just high effort, high motor guy. Like, look at him set the edge here. Look at him just control a guy who's much bigger than him, because he's 6'3", 260, and he's just boom, set the edge. He even peeks to the inside here, and then once he sees like maybe the running back will work back to the outside, he's able to stay in control, get back to the outside half of his man, and now once he sees this guy commit away, he realizes, okay, I can give up my gap and get back to the inside and help make that tackle near the line of scrimmage. So in complete control, even when like the guy loses it, they both kind of lose their balance there, he's still able to stay on his feet, in complete control of the situation, peek inside, peek outside. Like, that's such good like balance and play strength and just great feel as a run defender. And then he's able to shed late, because you want to be in control of your gap, but once the running back sort of commits away from it and you have now the ability to leave your gap open, it's all about the timing of it, and he just does that really, really well, and he's going to help make the tackle pretty much every time. Look at him get down the line of scrimmage, man. Like, he's lined up hand in the dirt this time, more of like a 5 tech here, which is interesting because most of his reps he's playing like off, the edge there. But he's got versatility, man. He can play off ball. He can do some stuff standing in the middle, even get hand in the dirt. Look at him just constrict down. He feels the flow of this play, constrict down fast, even knock 67, who's not even really trying to block him, throw him off balance into the other guys, and now he's just boom, right there to make a play every single time, because it looks like they're trying to sell like zone read, but he knows that this guy can be responsible for that, and he just makes that tackle. Very strong tackler. Like, you give him, he's gonna square this up. That's Caleb Johnson, who's one of the better backs in the class. He makes just an easy tackle on him like that, like right away. Here's the explosiveness, standing up. So like, obvious pass rush situation, he doesn't have to be the guy off the edge. You can use him, get him on the interior, get him matched up on a guard, and he's able to he even throws like the cross up there. But look at one. He hits good hand usage to get that guy's hand down. And he's also able to stay low, good pad level to like split this double team, show core strength. Because when you're going through 2 players like this, that's core strength. And the fact that he's able to get upfield, he doesn't get the sack here, but he's able to get the pressure. This is a very disruptive play. I love seeing disruptive players. I think that's such an important part of the game right now. And doing it from this alignment versus 2 offensive linemen and kind of doing it in different ways on both sides, like with his hand usage there, but just completely throw him off balance, kind of force him to throw that thing away. Very, very solid play. And then he can also just drop into coverage. Like I said, he has off-ball experience. Wouldn't say, like, as an off-ball guy, it's not his biggest strength, but as an edge player, it becomes more of a strength because edge players aren't as good in coverage like this. So he can get out, gain some depth. He's got the athleticism to cover ground, read the QB's eyes. He takes away this initial throwing lane to the tight end. That's where the quarterback's looking. Now the quarterback takes off. He comes down and, kind of forces the QB to dive. So he does his job there very well. Definitely like that out of Oladejo. And then like this, I like seeing this usage out of him. This is where you would see, off-ball linebackers get potential chance where they line up mugging the A gap, and you just see them kind of work a stunt. He works around. And now he's just playing with like a high motor. Basically, you're in a chase situation here. You see these guys escape the pocket. Good job chasing him down. And then you can see the long arms to trip him up. So effort, length, speed, all kind of shown on those plays, because it's not always going to be like the other, like this is a sack, but this sack isn't as impressive as some of the other non-sacks he had, like the other pass rush reps where like he clearly just won a one-on-one battle. This one is more just showing off some of those other traits with like the hustle ability, which is always nice to see, because sometimes that plays a part in it too. Here he's kind of like, here's another sack where like that's why I say sacks and pressures are not always the same thing. Like his pressures were more impressive than his sacks in some of these scenarios, but here he's just kind of like keeping the guy, like from his initial alignment though, he's not really supposed to, like, especially since he's like widening and getting on the tackle, he's not really supposed to create initial pressure where he's aligned, but he keeps him contained in the pocket, then uses his length to shed the tackle and, get off of it. He has such a good feel for when the guys are about to take off, and then he finishes for the sack in the backfield. So that's always good to see. Here, another versatile alignment on the inside shade of the tackle here. Gets this guy to bite to the inside, uses his hands to get back to the outside. Don't allow, they get the blitzer up the middle, don't allow Brosmer to escape to the outside, and they both get like a nice hit on him. Schwessinger obviously gets there first because he's coming out unblocked, but Oladejo also had a chance to be there. Just like seeing, that type of work. leave him unblocked on the end of zone read, like he's gonna read that, and then once he sees like that ball is handed off, look how fast he gets down the line of scrimmage just to make that tackle in the backfield, man. He has such a good feel versus the run. So really like his ability as a run defender. Really like the versatility aspect of his game. Love how competitive he is. Always gonna like that part. Can develop because he's still new to the position. So I think that's always something that tells me like these players can actually get better. Sometimes with these upside guys, they don't like they've been playing the position so long and they had good coaching and they're not getting better in college. Like I don't see them getting better in the pros. Oladejo is one of the guys that I actually think can get better because of how quickly he got up to speed with it. He looked good at the Senior Bowl as well. And now it's one of those things where he's new at it. He has good physical traits. He's already a really strong run defender, so he has like a floor there to work with as well. And then the pass rush just really flashes on the tape. So if you guys really do, make sure to comment, subscribe to the channel.